Hey, what's good, y'all? Yeah, I had to stop to the grocery store real quick, man. But before I went in, I wanted to touch on this topic, man. I keep seeing pop up on my news feed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep talking about in the news about these illegal immigrants. And I'm gonna make this short and sweet because I don't even understand why this shit is even a topic. And I'm gonna break this shit down in a nutshell, and I need y'all to get in the comments to tell me if you agree or disagree, or how you feel personally about the situation. Now, ever since Trump's last term, you know, people been having this, been feeling some type of way about his decision to remove illegal immigrants out of the country, and they were showing videos of like children in cages. And it's crazy because you know, the way the media does things, you know, Malcolm X, he warned us about a lot of things. And I remember specifically one of his quotes went along the lines of you know, if you're not careful, the media will have you hate the people that's being oppressed and love the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Or love the oppressor and hate the people that's being oppressed, you know, whichever way he said it, you know what I'm saying, or vice versa. And that's exactly what has been going on since this man was alive, since I can remember, even back then in the 60s during the Jim Crow era and before, what we could see that was televised, and the way these people used to speak with Malcolm X in this gaslighting, condescending way, yo, that these interviewers would speak to him because they weren't used to an educated black man, you know, who wasn't afraid to speak, and let alone wasn't afraid to die, you know what I'm saying, for what he stood for. It's just crazy how we see this shit so evident in these days and times, man. You know, and it's wild. They had those Hispanic kids in cages to give off the illusion that, you know, oh, you know, Donald Trump did this, he put these kids in these cages, he's a horrible man, and this and that. Donald Trump probably ain't no worse than a lot of other presidents, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would like to beg to differ that he's a little better in a few ways than a lot of the other presidents, but you know, it all depends on what your, how can I say it, what you favor, what laws you want passed, you know what I'm saying, your likes and dislikes, you know what I'm saying. If you're a supporter of the LGBTQ community, you're not going to have a problem with Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a problem with Donald Trump because he's not a supporter of the LGBTQ community. You see what I'm saying? You get my drift? I don't even need to go no further. That's the only example I got to use. I'm just saying. So it all depends on, you know, and what's crazy about that is, even though people want certain laws passed, these things are not necessities. So you got people judging government officials based off of their personal preference or personal, not only sexual preferences, but religious preferences, and just the way that they, you know, do things in their everyday personal life. And you got people putting people in office based off of their emotional, you know, standards and standpoints about shit, you know what I'm saying? So people no longer care about what's putting someone in office who's best for the country. It seems like they only care about putting people in office who suits their own personal standards. You see what I'm saying? And that's why we be in so many messed up situations, you know what I'm saying? America, you know what I'm saying, with being in debt allegedly with these other countries and just different stuff, and inflation and things that's going on over here in America, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, man. But with that being said, Donald Trump wants deportation, or who they call ISIS, you know what I mean? Once these groups, once they have these illegal immigrants in custody, in their custody, right? Donald Trump has no say-so on what happens to illegal immigrants that are from foreign countries. Once they're, you know what I'm saying? Once they get caught, you know what I mean? Once they get locked up, once they're in custody, Donald Trump has no say-so. All he can do is put out the order that if they don't have certain paperwork or citizenship here, they gotta go. Now let's talk about that. This is a big thing. But let's break this down. Let me say, on an elementary level, right? You got this thing called rules. In everything that we do, you got rules, right? For the most part. Starting off in school, they teach you about rules. Get you and prepare you for everyday life and, you know what I'm saying, society. When you go to work, you got rules. In sports, you got rules. Countries, states have rules, laws, what they call them. Laws, rules. You have to abide by these laws or there's certain consequences. Now, when you break a law, it's called doing something illegal. So you got a house, right? Or you got a place. And you just sitting there chilling. Somebody walk in your house. You don't even know who the fuck they is, right? They didn't knock on the door. They didn't tell you they was coming in. They didn't yell. They ain't say nothing. You don't know who the fuck this person is. They just walked in your door. Ain't say nothing like this they shit. You know what I'm saying? Like your shit is they shit. You feel me? You looking at them like, who the fuck is this? They looking at you like, who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? Any person in their right frame of mind, right? Get in the comment section if you disagree. Any person in their right frame of mind is gonna want that strange person the fuck out of their house, man. Immediately. Immediately. They're not even really trying to get into, like, are they running from somebody? Do you need any help or nothing like that? What the fuck you doing in my house, yo? Who the fuck? Get the fuck out of my, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about how black people would carry some shit like that. I'm just talking about just black people. I know some white people who will blow your head off, but we talking about black people. You know what I'm talking about, black people. Somebody walking your motherfucker, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Mamas, what you gonna do? To the ladies that may be listening to this with some kids out there, somebody, you got babies and ain't no matter what you gonna do. Even if you gonna protect them babies, you gonna do whatever you can to protect your babies 9 times out of 10, right? You gonna want them to fuck out of your house. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So, when we Americans go over to other countries and we break their laws, do you see how difficult it is for America to get those Americans back to America just for breaking what we would consider a simple fucking law, bro? Like smoking weed, drinking, speaking loudly, or being ratchet in public, ladies. Yeah, they lock you up for that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? They got rules. You know what I mean? And I mean, they blow shit out of proportion. We would think, right? Like, damn, that's not that serious. But it's they fucking rules, it's they fucking laws. And when they make a law and you break it, right? There's consequences and repercussions. And they not trying to hear shit. right? So what I want to know is, from all these people that got so, I don't know, they feel so attached to this situation for whatever reason. Why is it that if we can't go over to other countries and break their laws and go over there without a citizenship, illegally, right, without getting thrown in a dungeon, why is it that America is expected to allow illegal immigrants to come over here without proper citizenship? What's up with that, man? Huh? What's up, man? What is we doing here, man? Why do we keep talking about this shit? Why is it a conversation? I mean, is it just that much of a hate for the president of the United States, man? I mean, that you're trying to make what's justifiable seem like something wrong. Listen, man, this is about the safety of the United States of America from foreign entities, okay? We need to know who the fuck is coming in and out of this country. Just like you want to know who in the fuck is going in and out of your house, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to yell. It's just I get frustrated. You know, I got little anger issues and stuff, man. You know, I got little problems and stuff. But I mean, it ain't nothing to where, you know, I go around here, put my hands on people and nothing like that, man. It's just sometimes, man, I'm just real, I get real passionate about certain things, especially when I feel that adults should know better, and that they do know better. They're just being smug for whatever immature reason. I don't know, is it the food, the water, something in the air? I don't know if it just affects certain people opposed to others, if it's a blood type thing where, you know what I mean, maybe, I don't know, because it seemed like fewer people get it than do get it. You know what I'm saying? It seems like there's a larger number of people that don't get it opposed to the people that do get it, man. And I don't know what it is about that, but it's like being in a land full of zombies, man. A bunch of sheep, a bunch of sleep sheep. You know what I mean? And you got to explain certain things you to people that you're thinking, damn, man, I know, damn, you got to know this. You got to understand this. And somebody like me, people always talk about education, and I'm always telling people, bro, I didn't even go far in school. The last grade I completed was the 8th fucking grade, bro. I dropped out the second day of 9th grade. No, I mean the first day of 9th grade, my bad. But that was some other shit, you know what I'm saying? I had, you know, getting in trouble and shit. So I was in a boys' home for 10.5 months. I came back, they had me fucked up because I was supposed to be in the 10th when I came back, but they had my paperwork fucked up. They stuck me in the 9th and told me I had to go to I had to do night classes to get my proper grade. I wasn't really feeling that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling it, man. You know, I made it, I made it through the first period. I was walking the second period and somebody stepped on my sneakers, man, and I don't know, shit pissed me off. I just walked the fuck out of school and go back. I ended up getting my GED later on and taking a couple of little community college courses, man, but I got my GED when I was 19 while I was in the county jail. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't want to get too far off topic, man. I'm just saying, man, you know, I know people might take me the wrong way on here, man, you know what I'm saying, and just think I'm just some angry dude, yo, man. I mean, you know, I just be passionate about certain things, man, and I stay one way, man, you know. I'm not a mean person, you know what I'm saying. I do anything for anybody that I don't think is trying to take advantage of me, man, and I don't ask for nothing in return. Y'all should know I'm not a greedy, you know, like a money hungry guy, because I don't even ask y'all for money. You see, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only one. I'm the only boxing channel who don't ask y'all for no money. That's what separates me from everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they got all the subscribers. It's cool. More power to them. I'm happy for those brothers that they making money. Make your money. Do your thing. That's right. Just I got an issue with people who lie and don't keep shit 100. That's when I start having a problem. And I don't give a damn, bro. I'm not a jealous guy. I have absolutely no reason to be jealous of another man. Definitely not a woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, anything that they can do, I feel that I can do if I put my mind to it, if it's something that I wanted to do, you know. So yeah. And with that being said, I don't understand this. I don't understand why people have been talking about it so much. I don't understand what's the big deal, because any other country, it wouldn't be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? People know what the fuck they supposed to do over in other countries. We go over there, we respect their countries for the most part. You know what I'm saying? We know it's a set of standards, it's laws and things that you have to abide by. And it's the same way here. What make these other countries so much better than America as to where they can just, you know, come over here and they don't have to abide by our laws. They can just break all our laws, but we have to abide by theirs. And America's supposed to be like, right, allegedly, like seen as like the greatest country. I'm not understanding that. The greatest country, we supposed to have the, you know, like one of the most powerful armies and shit like that, or if not the most powerful army. So why is it that it's okay, or we should find it okay for people to think that it's okay to just come over here and break our laws? It's almost like they don't respect America, or they think they take America as soft or weak or something like that. That's not cool, man. That's not the impression, in my opinion. That's not the impression that I feel America should be giving off, man. That shows a sign of weakness. You can be easily infiltrated. We don't know who the fuck be coming over here. They talk about, man, you know, these people blowing up shit and doing this, man, and people that don't like America, man, can you know, do some real nasty things to innocent American people over here, our children or anything, man. And if people don't understand that, then either you don't give a damn about your life, your kid's life, or where the fuck you live. At the end of the day, Black Dr. Phil, I'm out, man.